Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. So today we are reviewing Victoria's Secret's new perfume, Intense. Yeah, it is a very, very pretty pink liquid. Actually just launched today. If you guys follow Adriana Lima on Snapchat, or if you guys follow Victoria's Secret in general on Snapchat, you guys would know that they just launched this fragrance today. It's very seductive, it's very pretty, and it just goes with their new launches that are coming out. Especially it's pre-Victoria's Secret fashion show, and I'm really, really excited to see that show because it's like the Super Bowl for women. But yeah, so we're getting into this very, very pretty pink fragrance. Okay, guys? Mwah! As you guys can see, the box is also really nice. Just kind of has like this lacing around there, kind of like pantyhose lacings. I wish this kind of opened like this. It just kind of like a dresser or like an opener, like doors right here. I wish it just kind of opened like that. It kind of has like the notes in the back labeled right there. It's just in this very pretty raspberry kind of a red with like this very glossy silver pink kind of writing around it. Victoria's Secret right there. So as Intense, the parfum right there. And if you guys open it up, it just kind of has like a little scripture that's really, really nice right there. And it reads, "This fragrance is the perfect complement to lingerie. The first to touch your skin, the last to linger." And yeah, that's a really cool kind of scripture it has right there. Very pretty, very lacquered, and very raspberry red. All right, guys, so we're getting to the bottle next, okay? Okay guys, and as you guys can see, the bottle is really, really pretty. It kind of has like this very classic vintage kind of a feel with the striping going through it. This kind of very pretty diamond cap right here. Just says Victoria's Secret Intense right there. And then it just kind of has like a tassel, which I think comes out like, ooh, they went in on this bottle. It has like a really pretty tassel, and then it kind of has like this Victoria's Secret right here, Intense. Very pretty champagne pink kind of a liquid. I really, really love the bottle. It's very pretty. It's very boudoir, if you guys can see it. But yeah, it's very, very pretty. I like it. Alright guys, so this perfume contains notes of forbidden apple, plum noir, salted coconut praline, sensual saffron, rich leather, and suede musk. Alright guys, and as usual, I have three of the strongest notes right here. I have the apples, I have the black plum, and I also have the coconut salted praline pastry, which I got made by Gerald because he's a chef. So yeah, we're getting to the weakest of the three, okay? So I lied. I'm not going to go with the weakest note, but I'm going to go with the first note that hits you initially within the perfume, and it is the forbidden apple. And this is just like that very red, delicious, juicy kind of an apple. This smells so much. This is part of the reason why I wanted this fragrance. The opening smells so much like Jo Malone's Blush Suede, which has that very, very crisp, very soft, very juicy, very feathery, very, very, like one of the most beautiful apple smells I've ever smelled. And this one has the same kind of apple smell. Very good job on Victoria's Secret for creating that accord and making it. But yeah, it just has a very pretty, very luscious, very juicy, like apple smell. And it kind of has like that more smell, not of the core, but more of the flesh of the apple. And it just gives it like a very, very pretty nuance to it. I really enjoy that note inside of it. That's probably one of the main reasons why I wanted to do this perfume, because the initial blast is there, but it is a little short-lived, I will say that, but it transitions into something very, very nice next. So this is where that very Victoria's Secret signature comes from, and it's the black plum. Black plum just kind of gives it like a peachy kind of a smell, but it's much more deeper, it has more sensuality than a peach does. And this is nowhere near syrupy. It almost smells a little bit like currant, like black currant, in a way, but not really. It's like that foresty kind of a fruit, if you get what I mean. And yeah, this gives off like a very fall time kind of a smell, if you guys get what I mean. It's just very dark, very sensual, but it still has that very signature fruity Victoria's Secret touch. Very similar to a lot of their other lines. I believe it's the Very Sexy line. It kind of has something that resembles that in a way, but it does have that very Victoria's Secret signature, as I said before. Alright guys, and lastly we have this salted coconut praline. If you guys don't know, these are coconut shavings. But yeah, I had Gerald whip this up for me. And what pralines are is there's really just kind of like this burnt caramelized sugar upon like pecans or a certain kind of a nut. And it's just kind of like this very desserty kind of a smell. And yeah, when this fragrance ends, it has that very, very kind of smell at the very end. Sort of bready, very caramel, very nutty, but also very musky. This note can be found a lot within like perfumes like La Vie est Belle by Lancome, or any other kind of Lancome scents that use praline. It's a very popular note and such, but it has a very coconut twist. Now at first, I did not detect the coconut at all. Actually, I was wearing this today, and there's this girl, like I was kind of like passing by, and I was like buying some cookies or whatever, and this girl, she was like ringing me up in the counter. She was kind of like, "Are you wearing Coconut Passion by Victoria's Secret?" I was like, "No, I'm actually wearing like their new fragrance, Intense." And she was just kind of like, "Oh, because it smells a lot like Coconut Passion." So I didn't initially smell it, but other people could actually pick up the coconut note within the base note of the praline. And yeah, it's just a very sweet, very gourmand note. Just keep in mind, this perfume overall has no flowers in it. It is just a very gourmand and fruity kind of a perfume, very delicious, a very boy getter kind of a fragrance, if you guys get what I mean. And what I mean by that, it's like boys will definitely like it and girls too, if you get what I mean. So if you guys want to wear something attractive, this is the way to go. The ad for the perfume features Adriana Lima, and as I said before, they kind of had like this promotional thing on Snapchat where they launched the fragrance today. So if you guys follow Victoria's Secret, follow them. They're really fun. They just kind of go on their adventures and they do their photo shoots and whatnot. Very, very glamorous lifestyle. And it's just kind of her with this very huge, dark vignette kind of a background. And she's just like very posy and she's just being very sexy with the intense like kind of blue eyes that she normally has. And it's very like Adriana and Victoria's Secret. It's just a very seductive kind of an ad. In terms of sillage, it doesn't project very far. It's somewhat close to the skin. Keep in mind, Victoria's Secret's fragrances are kind of aimed to be that way. They're kind of supposed to be cuddly when like a man or a woman is very close to you and you're very intimate in that way. So yeah, good points on that. In terms of longevity, it'll last you probably, the most it's lasted me is 4 to 5 hours. It's very light in wear, but I kind of like that. Most people don't really enjoy heavy fragrances, especially when you're trying to attract someone. So it's really nice to carry something like this. It's very light, very airy, and very, very pretty. In terms of first impressions and similarities, dudes love it. They just like it. It's like one of those scents. Like Victoria's Secret's always liked by a lot of guys. They just like that kind of smell. Similarities, it changes through stages. Like I said, it has that very Jo Malone, blush suede kind of opening, then transitions to like one of their own kind of fragrances, then it ends into that very body spray coconut passion kind of a note. And yeah, it has really good transitions. I really enjoy about it. It is very light, but I just like that it just goes through those phases and whatnot. Alright guys, if you guys are looking for a very seductive, pretty, fruity, and gourmand pink fragrance by Victoria's Secret, then get into this. I'm sure it's going to sell like hotcakes when Black Friday rolls around and like Victoria's Secret has their annual sale. But yeah, it's very pretty. I love it. I really do enjoy this fragrance. I've only worn it for a day, but I can tell that it's a keeper. So I'm Andrew. Stay fresh, stay clean, smell good guys. Yes, angels with the puppy dog face. Come through, Adriana. Yes.